This is the link we received with instructions on how to make the gowns. We have included this link in the description of the video, and we wanted to make an instructional video just to show some closer angles and share how we made it work for us. The first thing we did was rolled out 8 feet of plastic on the table. Instead of measuring each roll with a measuring tape, we made marks on our table to speed up the process. Once you measured your 8 feet, cut it with scissors. After you cut your 8 feet of plastic, you are going to unroll the 12-foot width so you have a very large rectangle. We found that this next step was definitely easiest with 2 people. Next, you will have to fold the plastic in half twice. First, long ways, and the second time across. Once you've made your second fold, you will take your scissors and cut at the fold. This amount of plastic will make 2 gowns. Now we're going to show you our template, and this took a little bit of workshopping. We found the best material to use was cardboard, and it's probably also the easiest to access. Our template was 66 inches across at the widest point, which was the wingspan, and 29 inches across for the body width. The trickiest part for us was figuring out how to best measure the curve from the bottom of the sleeve to the body width. The easiest thing that we did was measuring 18 inches from the top and then 18 inches from the side, make a point, and then approximate the curve between the bottom of the sleeve to that point. The sleeve is 6 inches long. The last thing we did was cut a hole for the neck, which was 6.5 inches across and 3.25 inches down. Next, we assembled the gowns by putting the fold at the top of our template where the shoulders would be. The open part is at the bottom of the template where the legs will be. Once you have your plastic set up, we found it was easiest to put some weights across the template to keep the plastic in place. Because of our counter space, we found the easiest thing to do was start at the bottom of the gown and then work our way up to the top of the sleeve. We used the highest setting on our heat gun to weld together the 2 pieces of plastic and create a seam. You can see the plastic a little bit clearer on this side, and you can also see the desired texture to look for. We found that when it looks like this with small bubbles close together, it created the strongest hold. Once you use the heat gun on both sides, you can use your scissors to cut away the plastic on the outside of the seam you created. Once you cut away the sides, hold on to the plastic because we will reuse it as a belt. Once you cut away the sides of the plastic, you can go cut the hole for the neck and then remove the weights off the top of your template. The last step is to flip the gown inside out. While you're doing this, you can use the back of your hands to test the integrity of the seam you created. If you feel any holes, you can go back in with the heat gun, but if you're good, you can flip it inside out and you're all set. And we just have one more update. After sending our first 100 gowns up to the hospital, the doctors gave us feedback that they needed to get out of the gowns more quickly. So they asked us to slit the gown from the center at the bottom to about 3 inches from the neckline at the top. To secure it, we made a belt out of the 2 leftover pieces of plastic cut from the sides. It took us a little while to get up and running, which is why we made this video to speed up the process. Hopefully it helps, and feel free to comment if you have any questions. With 2 people cutting and 2 people using the heat guns, we were able to create about 100 gowns in a day.